Welcome back. For the last few days, Pakistan's Prime Minister has been busy lecturing the world about rising incidents of Islamophobia. He tried to point fingers in India's direction and then accused France of encouraging hatred towards Muslims. Tonight, Imran Khan finds himself in a catch-22 situation because while he cried hoarse about these two countries, he conveniently forgot about China and its treatment of Muslims. Even today, China belligerently insulted Islam by trying to put a face to Prophet Muhammad. They broke the cardinal rule of Islam. They portrayed the Prophet in a human form. Had that happened in any other country in the world, Imran Khan would have cried blasphemy. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he is stunned into silence. And we ask the legitimate question: has China bought Pakistan's silence? Is this why Pakistan is extremely tight-lipped about the content which is being aired on the state-run channel in China? Let's take that question across to our guests.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Let's go across to our guests. Tonight we are joined by Arsalan Hidayat, General Secretary of the Uyghur Revival Association. We have Omar Altaf with us, a journalist, and Arzu Kazmi, a senior journalist. Dr. Patra and Dr. Ranganathan continue to be with us. Good evening to all of you. Let me first go across to Omar Altaf. Omar Altaf, pictorial depiction of Prophet Muhammad is forbidden. Then why is it that Pakistan is tight-lipped when it comes to China, while it is outraged against India and France?
I don't know. I don't exactly know any verified source which has reported this. This news is on social media, but there has been no independent reportage on this news. Obviously, this is the pictorial depiction of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is not permissible under most Islamic traditions. The thing is, if this has emerged, I think Pakistan and every Muslim country should take this up with China. If it has been endorsed officially by the Chinese government. The fact of the matter is, you are also highlighting this issue and trying to sidestep what's happening and how Muslims have been sidelined and marginalized in countries like India.
Absolutely not. In fact, I'm trying to draw your attention to how Muslims are being treated in a country like China. And I'm asking tonight, why is there not a single word of condemnation? As far as this video is concerned, as far as this video is concerned, I have with us Arsalan Hidayat, the General Secretary of Uyghur Revival Association, who shared a clip on social media. Let's go across to him. Arsalan Hidayat, what is this clip all about?
It's CCTV is a state-run television channel, and it's a TV series which depicts the time of the Tang Dynasty. Then you have an Arab ambassador, it's not clear which country it comes from, gifting a portrait. But what's very ignorant about this scene is that they not only show depicting the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, they say this is the God of our country. And anyone with a little bit of Islamic knowledge knows that the Muslims' God is Allah and their Prophet is Muhammad. This is CCTV. In the entertainment industry in China, there are no private companies, and even if they are, before you air something on any Chinese television, it has to go through official government.
So, Arzu Kazmi, is this not hurting religious sentiments? Is this not blasphemous?
No, first of all, I think Pakistan, of course, will speak about it, and you don't have to mix two things together. What happened in France is totally different thing. They made the cartoons, and this is the portrait. The portrait is also not allowed in Islam, but it's still.
But I thought pictorial depiction is forbidden.
And I know, but you cannot mix these two things together, which I'm saying, the France and the China. But the thing is that of course Pakistan will speak about it to China and all the other Islamic countries too. But why you are discussing it? Because China is giving a hard time to India.
No,
So
we are
India
discussing it
wants to
because you
discuss all
specifically
such
see Islamophobia in India and you write to the Facebook CEO and you tell the Facebook CEO, please ban such content, and you use the reference of Holocaust there. What I want to understand, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, here is Pakistan silent? Has China bought Pakistan's silence because of the hefty loans and the heavy infrastructure investment in Pakistan, that Pakistan does not, really want to talk about atrocities on Uyghur Muslims in China? And even this case, they're saying we don't know the authenticity of the video doing the rounds.
Swati, look, it's very clear. Pakistan is a rogue state trying to exploit the worldwide Muslim sentiment for its own benefit. Very few Muslim nations have killed, tortured and persecuted Muslims to the extent Pakistan has. Remember, it was a nation formed out of the belief in two-nation theory, that Muslims desire Darul Islam and not Darul Harb. And it is this very nation that could not even celebrate its silver jubilee. It split into two in 1971 as millions of Pakistani Muslims rose against state persecution, murder and genocide. Here were Muslims killing fellow Muslims on an unprecedented scale, and this has continued till today. The rampant killings of Baluchs, of Kashmiris in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, the hounding and murder of thousands of Ahmadiyas, the bombing and killing of Shias and Sufis. Pakistan is a case study on how not to run a nation. And as far as indifferent internment of concentration camps of more than 1 million Uyghur Muslims by China, whose president has ordered, and I quote, be ruthless towards them, unquote. So much for Imran's solidarity for the Ummah or the Muslim Brotherhood.
I don't
but
know
what can
about this.
From the man who rubs dal?
And he was asked this question. He said, I don't want to comment because I don't know much about it, Omar Altaf. Why don't you slam Islamophobia in China?
Swati, Anand Ranganathan has talked about killings of Muslims in Pakistan. I think he has forgotten that his country is ruled by a mass murderer. Please shed some light on that. The crimes of Modi, killer of Gujarat. Courts have held Modi responsible for killing of Muslims.
A clean sheet from the top court of this country. But I'll bring in Sambit Patra to respond. Sambit Patra, Islamophobia in China, there's no response coming in on that. Not a single word of condemnation.
Pakistanis do two things really well. Pakistanis do two things really well. Yeah. One, terrorism, and two, heckling.
Don't kill people or make murderers our Prime Minister.
Dr. Sambit Patra.
Okay, no. Swati, let me come in now. Please allow me to speak. Yes, thank you. Swati, we are not so naive, why are we waiting this? Do you expect Imran Khan? Please stop this. No, please stop this verbal terrorism. Please stop him. Thank you. Swati, we are not so naive. We know why Imran Khan is not speaking. No, let me give you an exact definition of what is the relationship between Pakistan and China. They have this CPEC corridor. The contractors, the workers, the engineers, the earners, the investors, each one of them is a Chinese. So China is the investor, the earner, the contractor. And what are the Pakistanis? They are the dhaba walas. वो मुर्गा तंदूरी फ्राई करते रहते बगल में, चाय बनाते रहते. ये लो तंदूरी चिकन खाओ, चाय पियो. This is the relation between Pakistanis and the Chinese. Do you expect these dhabawalas, depending totally on the contractors, to even raise their eyebrows against China? Of course not. They dare not. These enslaved Pakistanis will dare not raise their eyebrows against China. And I was watching one of the interviews to BBC or some other news channel of Mr. Imran Khan. And when he was asked about Uyghur Muslim, you should have seen the face of Mr. Imran Khan. No, who are Uyghurs? What is China? I've never heard of these sentences. Just look at the
running away from the reality.
Mr. Imran Khan.
Running away from the reality, Arzu Kazmi, because it is China.
No, Mr. Patra.
No, let Arzu Kazmi come in, please. Let Miss Kazmi come in.
People are trying to एक तीर से दो शिकार करना होता है ना आप लोगों का कि चलो दोनों को लड़ा देते हैं तो because
हम नहीं लड़ाना चाह रहे. आपके प्रधानमंत्री, मैं ये कह रही हूँ, आपके प्रधानमंत्री फेसबुक के सीईओ को खत लिख रहे हैं. वो इतने अच्छे दोस्त हैं शी जिनपिंग के, उनसे पर्सनल टॉक्स में क्यों नहीं कह देते कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं उइगर मुस्लिमों के साथ?
Why not? We will say this. अगर हम आपसे पूछ के तो नहीं करेंगे. We don't need your advice.
डर गए.
You don't have to push Pakistan to do anything.
आप खुले तौर पर मुस्लिम वर्ल्ड को नहीं आप एक तरफ आप फेसबुक के सीईओ को कह रहे हैं यू बैन सच कंटेंट और इस्लामोफोबिया. On the other hand, you're writing a letter to the Muslim world telling them that we need to come together, that we need to come together to fight Islamophobia. Then why don't you all come together to fight Islamophobia in China?
Why not? We will. If we think
अल्लाह का खौफ करिए.
we will do that.
What do you mean we will? 2 साल से interned है. 1.5 million Muslims are interned in concentration camps. आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए. अपने आप को मुसलमान कह रहे हैं.
नहीं, अरसलान हिदायत हमारे साथ है. We have अरसलान हिदायत with us. अरसलान हिदायत, the reaction that we are getting from two panelists from Pakistan is that Pakistan will speak to China. Pakistan will see what it wants to do and how it has to deal with the issue. But Pakistan hasn't ever taken any sort of initiative. Any initiative ever.
But why Pakistan? Is Pakistan the only Islamic?
Because आपको इस्लामोफोबिया दूसरे देशों में दिख रहा है, तो आपको इस्लामोफोबिया चाइना में दिखना चाहिए. आपको इस्लामोफोबिया चाइना में दिखना चाहिए. आप मुस्लिम वर्ल्ड को खत लिख के कह रहे हैं कि हम सबको एक साथ आना है. We have to come together to fight Islamophobia. That's why Pakistan needs to take the initiative. Arslan Hidayat, last word to you.
As I mentioned before, I mean, these are the pictures, very blasphemous indeed. We've been saying if the criteria for banning French products is blasphemy, is Islamophobia, we have 1 to 3 million Muslims in concentration camps. According to China's own sources, 8 million. If this is the case and these people are going into these camps for their beard, for praying, for hijab, for saying Allah, they cannot even say Assalamu alaikum. And Pakistan borders with East Turkestan, and we don't get nothing. Like even China, nothing.
Not even a call. Saying boycott China and boycott Chinese products. I think we all know the reason. The hefty loans and the investments, the Chinese investments in Pakistan is the reason why Pakistan is extremely tight-lipped. On that note, I'm wrapping up the debate, thanking all the guests for their time. Thank you for joining us.